What is today? Today is, I believe, January, Saturday, the 18th, 2014, 2014. And here I am, sat again, talking to myself in front of the camera. And I want to try and explain why I'm sat here in front of the camera again, And I guess it has something to do with the fact that I find myself a little bit stuck, Stuck. Why do I always find myself stuck? You know, you can hear all that noise outside. That's people doing things. You know, they're machining away and all that sort of crap. And everybody out there, they're doing things. They're like doing things like normal people do. Normal people do. I used to do things as well, once upon a time. I didn't always just sit around in darkened rooms and talk to cameras, talk to myself, and try and explain to myself, try and keep my own sanity. Why am I sat here doing what I'm doing? I'm wondering what the hell is it all about, Which is pretty much often what I do. Too many times in my life I'm left to work out what the hell it is I'm supposed to be doing, Let me take these up. But as you can see, I had a haircut. I did brush my teeth. And I bought some soap as well. So that means I could have a shower. And I went out one day. I met people. It's only one day. And then I cut it off again. And the other day, Harry gave me a call and said, "Hey, how do you fancy meeting up?" So I did. And I went to P1180242 with him and had a couple of drinks on him. Because I didn't have any money. Because most of my life I don't have any money. And this is the point for me to do anything. It normally consists of money or selling myself over to people who are willing to pay for me to do what it is that I do in exchange for my time and effort. And it takes money to be able to do that. Problem was, when I went out with Harry the other day, it went a little bit. In fact, most of the time it always does go with Harry. I ended up walking up the top of P1180242, it's a big rock where I used to meditate. And I stood there and I considered throwing myself off the rock. In fact, I stood there and I spoke to the spirits and I said, "Well, why don't you just push me off the rock?" So I stood there right on the edge of this cliff face. It was a hell of a drop down. And I stood there and I said, "Just throw me off. You know, if I'm meant to be dead, throw me off." It was pitch black, and I climbed all the way up. In the darkness, I didn't even have a torch with me. But it was a full moon, I think. And so I stood there and I waited to die. But I didn't die. nothing pushed me off the rock. So I ended up walking to Lassie's. Lassie wasn't there. And I ended up speaking to his missus till about 4 o'clock in the morning, talking about what it was all about. Talking about why I didn't get pushed off the rock, and she said because the demons want to play with you. You know, they'll taunt and tease you, and they'll keep you alive in this third dimension of reality. And I guess that's maybe one of the reasons why I'm still alive, is because they want to taunt and tease me. But I can't think of any other reason why I'm still alive or what my purpose is. Because I'm still sat here talking to a camera, not achieving anything, and I've got no money. And what we know is without money, you can't actually achieve much in this life. Because it all comes down to money. I just ate the last 3 pieces of bread that I had. And I smoked my last cigarette that someone gave to me. As a bit of a present, they gave me this pack of cigarettes, German ones. And I just had that, and I'm drinking really bad coffee again. But I'm wondering why. I mean, everybody out there is interacting with somebody else or doing something because they have money and they have a purpose. And it seems I don't have a purpose. I certainly don't have money. Somehow I've got to scrape around and try and find another $300 to be able to give Dan so I can keep this cell room I've got here now. Now I went to see a doctor the other day, 2 doctors. He said they'll fill in the paperwork for me for Veterans Administration UK. And I said to the doctor, I said to him, do me a favour and do the courtesy of letting me know that paperwork's been sent back to UK. To which he said, yes, I will do that. It's been over a week now and I've not had any confirmation. So that means that I've got to go see that doctor and pay him a visit and work out whether this guy, 1, did the paperwork, 2, is not working for the Freemasons, and 3, hasn't fucked me over like most doctors do, white ramputee, scum, expat, shitcunts. And if he has, then I'm going to have to take action on it. But of course I'll be very diplomatic and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and ask him nicely. And I want him to confirm that paperwork's been sent. Now that's gone back to UK. Now the idea is that UK Veterans Administration then turn around and consider what pension they're going to give me in order for me to be able to survive in this controlled reality. Because everybody needs money to be able to survive in this reality. And if I don't get that, then I ain't going to survive the reality. I think I mentioned in the last time I talked, whether I survive this week or not, I survived not being pushed off that cliff. And I'm wondering why. Because to be honest, I said to Harry, I'm not really interested anymore, you know. And I sit here, and I've sat here for the last few days, wondering why. I mean, sure, I have what I have here. But why? I mean, what is it that I'm achieving? I'm not achieving anything. Everybody just looks at me like I'm some kind of waster. I feel like a waster. I feel like a fucking waste of space. Children are laughing and having a good time outside, being kids and doing what kids do. And that's good. But I still find myself sat here wondering why. Harry's probably one of the only friends I've got. Dan is a good friend. Dan allows me to stay here. But he's got his own life, and so does Harry. But Harry has known me for like 9-10 years now. Yet, when we talk, he just turns angry, starts having a go at me, and I don't need that. I don't need conflict in my life. I don't need that. I need something in my life, purpose. Because without a purpose, no real point to it, is there, really? I mean, back then I had a purpose. I was good at what I did. Now, I don't have any purpose. I mean, there's the rods, but I don't see any forward movement in there. Not unless I gain the money and I'm able to put the momentum back. But without any money, I can't do anything. Neither can anybody else. Back then I had a mission. And I could work in conjunction with others to get taskings done. And I did. I got things done. I've got no taskings at the moment. I've got nothing. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm not even sure if I want to be here. It's a waste. I'm a capable individual. Or at least I was. But what's the point of being a capable individual if you don't have a point of being capable? I can't go away, because if I go away then they take over the rods, and that means that the powers that be win, which is what they want. They want me to disappear, and so they then take over the rods, and that's gone. Australian can't help me because he's got his own little life anyway. I can't really help myself apart from keep my own sanity, which is a little bit difficult when I'm not allowed to go and do what it is that I do, that I'm pushed to maximum potential. Instead I sit around drinking really bad coffee. My life's ticking away. I'm 38 years old. And come next month, which is what we talked about, I think it was the 13th that I spoke before, the 13th of February, that's when I was born apparently. and thus my age goes up to 39 years old, and I wonder, what the fuck have I achieved? What have I done? See, other people out there have built a house, they've got artwork out there. People have bought, they build cars, and, make a difference in people's life. There's a guy out there I know who's a surgeon who saves people's lives. There's all kinds of people out there. They do things. And they have a purpose. And also in that purpose is they've got money, they've got a will and a want, and they continue to achieve things. I don't achieve anything. And I haven't for some time now. Which is troubling, because at 39 years old, coming up to 39 years old, really I should have a life, shouldn't I? I should be a part of something. I should be a part of society. I should be sat here with a big smile on my face. I'm going, hey, you know, I'm proud of this and I'm proud of that. But when you look back at it and you go, well, it's not really anything I can be proud of, is it? It was a wasted 38 years. Wasted. And I've tried to change that. I've tried to go out there and be a part. But even when I put everything in, when I say, hey, here you go guys, I mean, I'm there. I'm doing my very best. Where has it got anybody? Where has it got me? So it goes back to the point of what is the point? I guess when I work that one out, it'll probably be too late.